I have officially got myself a unit, and these are the keys for it. Hey guys, I'm Aaron's Alpha. If in case you're new here, this is my £500 cheap daily project that needs a complete head rebuild. And I've just destroyed the key to this unit, so I can't get out until this thing runs. Hot. Heat I had to apply to this thing. I put you in there. So, the job today, guys, is to rebuild the head of this engine. I've got a new head down here, all assembled, because it's not just a case of dropping the head on. It's the head, the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, the turbo, the thermostat, the water pump, and something else, possibly an EGR cooler. Don't know what it is. But yeah, we've been at this for months and months now. Honestly, anyone would think we're not mechanics. Almost like I'm not. But we're going to have a real fun time trying to get this head on, I'll tell you that, because it's heavy. I'm known for being bad at lifting engines, and I've somehow got to drop it down onto here. Wish me luck, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-cylinder. It's a big boy. Now, which way does this go? Not that way. That way. I wish there was like a way to hold this in, because this is gonna go horribly. Like, I have to climb up on the engine, stand on the gearbox, and then over on the strut tower over here, or maybe the engine mount, we'll see how I feel, and somehow put this down onto there, and put the head bolts through it. Trying it a different way. Did not fancy the, to be fair, that's quite comfortable. Did not fancy trying to get up here while holding the engine, holding the head, sorry. It was sketchy enough when I did it to take it off. Then I put it in, the damn thing back on. See, the issue is the gasket's all out of place now, though. How the hell would I ever do this without moving it? No, the fucking gasket's miles out, and I can't push it any further without lifting the whole head up. I'm gonna have to take it back off. There's no way. We might have that, you know, we might have it. Got our head bolts, whatever they're called. Been told to apply a absolutely tiny amount of copper grease just to these threads so that there's no binding while we tighten them up and we get a correct torque reading. Look at that. I don't know if it should do that, actually. Should it piss coolant out of there? I don't feel like there should be coolant in there. Like, I know it's most likely from me lifting the head, because when I lifted the head, a bunch of coolant drained out of it. So I'm concerned, like, water's not compressible. As I tighten that down, that water's not going to go anywhere. And it's not going to compress. It's going to cause an issue, I think. I just know that that's going to be a fucking problem. I just know. I can lift it a bit, but I can't do anything about all that shit in there. I can't. You know, it's not anything I can do. I'll have to take the whole fucking head off again. See if I can blow it out with airline. There we go. We are now set for round 2. Hello.
Hello, what's up?
Yeah. One brilliant thing. Remember that coolant gasket we spoke about?
Yeah.
It's not in the box.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's certainly not.
It was when it left here.
It's not when it's come here.
Is it not?
No. There's a gasket for the EGR blank you've sent me.
Yes, in like a little bag with some bolts.
Yes, a little bag. There's the coolant tank, the bag of lifters and rockers,
Yes.
the crank pulley, and a 13mm nut, 13mm bolt for what I'm assuming was the thermostat housing.
Oh, did they give you a bolt, did they? All right, cool.
Yeah, the bolt's in there. I didn't need it anyway. We janked up another bolt and fitted that ages ago.
You've made sure it's not like going in one of the folds of the cardboard or something like that.
Yeah, the cardboard is now flat packed.
How far on are you with the job?
I have now super glued a gasket in that area.
What?
You heard. I wasn't waiting any longer. So, now got all the head bolts in. We're going to thread them all down. This is going to take forever. Let's see if it's faster with an extension on it. Oh, I know what would make it faster. Wait, shit, there's an order I need to do this. It probably doesn't matter for this bit, because I'm literally only barely putting them on. But let's have a look. So now we need to go in with starting to torque these down, which this is like the scary part. You've got to get this right. So we're having to use 2 separate torque wrenches because of how it works. So you are at 20 Newton meters. That felt like a lot. Wow, I thought 20 Newton meters is nothing. I do my wheels like 130. 2. Now we have to break out the big boy, because this one doesn't start till 40. That one ends at 26. If that, actually, it might be 24. So, let's bring her up to It's M45, I think. You might have seen this done as a joke before, but we are not joking now. This is going to be interesting. So we've done them. It's now 5, which is you. 110, so you want to go to 200. Boom, 12. That is my degree torque wrench. And they are torque to spec. Hopefully. So, the next piece of the puzzle is going to be the lifters and the rockers. Now, I've got a bag of brand new second-hand ones here. I'm just going to cut open, and I've got my original ones out of my old head. Now, I don't really know what I want to be looking for, what I want to be feeling for. So I don't really know how I'm going to compare which are good and which are bad, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, good enough for me. I'm not missing any, I don't think. Rockers and lifters are on. They all want to be pushed down. I think that's good. I think now it's cam box, rocker cover, gasket, jibby jabby, whatever. So, put a new pair of gloves on and let's give that a go. Dono. Yo. Yo. So, we've got them nice and Royal Mail posted, as you can tell. I think it only goes on one way. Yeah, it must do, because of that. I want to say, no, easy. It's got to go that way, hasn't it? Yeah, you go on, yeah. This is the part that I like. We have my very, very nice Montreal green cam box. This is, don't ask about the masking I've done. Questionable masking, but it is what it is. This is our colour for the 159. If you guys don't know, I have a channel, a broadcast channel over on Instagram, same name as Alpha, and over there I let you guys vote on what colour this entire car would go. You lot voted on Montreal green, so Montreal green it is. And I thought, while I've got the car in bits, I'd do the cam box that colour as well, because that looks so sick. So, I'm going to put a bit of copper grease on. Oh, where have I put the copper grease? Oh. I had it 2 seconds ago. What the fuck have I done with it? Over there. It is very common on these cars for these studs to weld themselves to the cam boxes, which may have been part of the reason we had such an issue on mine. May have, may not. So, we are going to cover these with a bit of copper grease just to try and prevent that. Getting more of it on the gasket than on the bloody stud. Hey, this one's come out nice and clean, hasn't it? I wonder why that is. But right, they've all got a nice bathing of copper grease. So hopefully that should stop that from happening if, for whatever reason, I have to take this head off, this cam box off again. Hopefully it should be a bit easier. We're going to do the same with the injector bodies as well. Right, there's that side. There's that side. I probably should have given that side a blast, but oh well. Let's fluff her on. Look at that. Beautiful. So now we have this range of bolts of different lengths, varying lengths, and I have no idea which go where. So it's a It's a bit of a guessing game. I'm assuming these super long ones. No, that's a. I gotta go. Yeah, that's gotta go in there, hasn't it? Yep, you go in there. I'm sure on that. Right, while we're looking for that, we've also got our glow plugs that we can put in. This is the thing that caused the whole issue, was a glow plug issue. One had snapped in, and I asked a friend to remove it. And when he went to remove it, he ended up cracking a hole in the head where the injector went. I don't know why this one's so crusty. They're all new. That's a bit bent as well at the top. I'm sure they're all new. Let me check in the boot, because I know I do have new ones, but I'm sure I only had a new one. I didn't have two new ones, just the one. Right, so the place I was very, very certain on there being a new injector, there isn't now. I don't know if because I told my mate where it were, I don't know whether maybe he had picked it up and put it somewhere and then forgot about it. So that's great, that's fun. Maybe I'll order 2 new ones anyway, just because of that mess. Yeah, I might do that, just because this one's a bit crusty anyway. Another new one won't hurt. Although I am annoyed I can't find that. I'll have to do some digging. Let's get zipping all these up anyway. So, with that now built up, the cam box is on. Still need to put that one little bolt in the side, but other than that, tightened them all down, managed to find the bolts for under the injectors. I think it wouldn't hurt to have a break, because I've been at this for a fair few hours now. And this is the only actual nice part of the unit. We even have a carbon skin splitter up here, but that's for a customer, so that's going. Just keeping it out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. We have our couch out of an E39 BMW, E39 5 series, isn't it? And we've got some food. Because, my God, am I hungry. So, I'm going to dig in, and I better get comfy on this bit of seat, because this is my bed for God knows how long. Right, so now we're on to one of the fun bits. Obviously, you guys can't see it, but I've just put the locking pin in for the camshafts. So now, we need to get under the car, jack the engine up, and do some other funky bits. Right, so we've got the weight of the engine there. We now want to come up here and undo the engine mount. Take that little mounting bracket off. Now we can get to our engine mount bolts, which this is the fun ones. Oh, Christ. Yeah, difficult. Lucky for me, we have Ugga Dugga. Literally nothing. Sick. Got one. Got 2. Not getting that one. Got a bigger bar here. There she blows. That's them 3 out. Don't drop them. Nice. Of course, nothing fits. All this is in the way. Please don't leak out fluid. Okay, we're good. You can fuck off over there. Right, I've cut out a bit of the crap for you guys, if you will, where we're just doing difficult, unnecessarily difficult, meaningless stuff. So we've just been messing around, jacking up and down the engine to try and get this engine mount off. Because of course, the bolts that hold the side plate onto the block just go straight out into the chassis, because why wouldn't they? You know how it is. So that's that nut off. I've been told not to lose this. That's the old tensioner off. I'll screw that back on there so we don't lose it. And then we've got to get this pulley off. Is it the same size? No, don't think so. I do not like working in little spaces like this, because this is when you lose your knuckles and smack them into something. There we go. And that's you out. I don't know if I need to reuse that. Yes, I think I do. So we'll do the same again. We'll just thread that in there so we don't lose it. That's the old tensioner and the old pulley off. Right, give them that a bit of clean. Just looks like there's loads of like metal filings everywhere, which I'm sure is probably a concern, but oh well. To align the nipple on the engine with a slot in the tensioner bay. Align the nipple on the engine. The fuck's a nipple on the engine? So that nipple wants to slide up and down through that beam. Yeah? So she wants to go down. Oh man. She, yeah, the belt's a she. Down there. And then take that tool off. And wrap her around. Okay, oh, not a lot of room there, is there, to get that in? Yeah, I think it does. It does, yeah. Right, that's right, that's right. That then wants to go on the far side of the water pump.
That's correct. So it's part of the belt on the water pulley, and then don't put it all the way on. Pull it out on the fuel pump pulley.
Yeah, you can't really see that one from where it is. But
yeah, it's right. Now double check your pump pulley.
so we don't have the pry bar needed, but we're going to make one. Yeah.
Right. Is it cool? You need to cool it down because you don't want to melt your fucking cam melt.
Yeah, shit, good point. I'll make it work. Right, go on. So what do I do with me pry bar now? I can't get it much further down.
Yeah, because you're using the wrong kind of tube. Yeah, like that. And you want to, yeah, push it across. Push the pulley across. It wants to go across quite about an inch, and then nip it up, and then just like nip the bottom of the nut up so it's like it's tight. Doesn't need to be tight, just it's tight, it's held. And then let your bar out, and then your seat will cross over if you come to it. Just do it.
About there?
Probably wants to go a bit more than that. I can't say much has moved.
I'll do a finger check. I can just less than...
Because it's intentional change, and you let your pulley out, and you let your bar out.
You see it there?
I can't say much has moved. But yeah, dip it up at that and see where we're at then.
You've got to be able to see that.
Yeah, but I can't see how much.
Oh,
just dip it up.
it was all the way over touching the belt.
Yeah, I know. You still want to go a bit more by the looks of it, but nip it up and we'll see. Because I don't know what
I'll say I'm trying it. It's not actually really going any further. But I'll nip it up. One is now consumed by the chassis of the 159.
Excellent.
Nah, I can get it. Right, so I've nipped that up, now let off tension. So there's the nut I've just tightened.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, me fucking power steering fluid. Oops. And then that tightens onto essentially what looks like a little washer, and then there's a piece of black plastic or rubber around it, which has two prongs on it.
Look at the there, ignore that. Look at the tensioner body with it lined up with the little nipple on the block.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that same piece of metal is also a round hole.
So, luckily, we have a very knowledgeable person, or so he says, so he tells me. We've got Ben from Auto Luso, apparently it's pronounced, who's talking me through this whole thing. Oh, yes. I think that is pretty good. Maybe, it might be a little too tight, actually. I might need to loosen it, I reckon. I'll send him that over, see what he thinks. Torque setting FT, fucking tight.
Yeah, because
Okie dokie. With that all done, the engine is timed. We've put the engine mount back on, it's all mounted back up. We got quite a bit done. And now it is time for, I want to say, we're going to put the injectors in now. Now, I am going to have a quick look. To be fair, they're all still pretty well in place. I was a bit concerned that they might have moved with all the mayhem and chaos we had going on. So, to do these injectors, I'm going to have to move a lot of stuff, because I need to get in here. So these injectors have these weird hook type things, which you put your injector in, the hook slides on there and locks your injector down so your injector can't come out. It also covers, this is the bit that caused us a load of problems, is it covers the head bolts. I'm going to start, which way do I need to start from? I think I need to start from the cam belt side. Now, in theory, if we did them right, they should just, that doesn't look right to me. I think they should go a lot lower than that. So as you can see here, if I was now to try and take this injector out, this C-clamp thing hits this injector, hits this nipple, and actually stops them from coming out. Now, like I said, on this last one, I'm going to have to reuse my old C-clamp that is cut up to pieces. It's not going to do that, but this is the easiest injector to remove from my experience, because just you have the room. So if I do have to remove it to replace it, I should be able to get it out quite easily. I won't have to remove this one because it will come out. Oh well, maybe I will have to remove that one to get the new one in. We'll have to see. But if it does have an issue, we'll sort that when it comes to it. Right, I've sent a message to my knowledgeable guy. See that? That looks bent as well now. From me ragging on it, probably. Sent a message to my knowledgeable guy that's helping me out. See what he says about that stud. Until then, until he responds, just going to crack on with fitting everything else, I think. I think that's all we can do. I'd love to know where this strap goes. Oh, that goes down to that, doesn't it, I think? Yeah, that's that. That's the alternator. Okay, yeah, let's bolt everything up. I think coolant pipes and whatnot need to go on. I could leave this off because the heat shield needs to go in front of the cat there. Unless he's just responded to me then. What's that message? That's promising. Wind the stud out and put... How the fuck do I do that? We got some advice on how to remove this stud. Because what we're going to do is remove this stud and put one in from my old head. If any of them are still alive. But this is sad. It's done a fair number on my lovely green painted, Montreal green painted cam cover. That's a lot of damage, a lot of chips. Not happy about that. But, like that, our stud is out. It was bent, it was just the wrong stud. So let's get a new one out, shall we? Let's have a try. Anyway, let's jump into a time lapse and put everything else on that we can get on. so I've jumped a bit ahead from last time, lads. I've put the fuel system in, we've sorted that clamp, we've done everything. Literally, all that is left is we need to bung off these two bits of the intake down there, which we'll get to that in a minute. You're going to like how I'm going to do that. Proper bit of botch job. Other than that, it is just the wiring loom to connect up. And obviously the sensors too, which the sensors are dotted about in no particular order, which I'm sure is a great idea. Right, I recognise that one. This one is definitely for over here, but there's a bracket to hold it in. These are for the glow plugs. We can fit them ones. My reasoning for tucking this under is just sort of based off where these injectors go, not injectors, where the wiring for these coil packs go. Gives me that sort of feeling that this is where it goes. Right, so with that, I'm fairly confident. You know, that gives a good idea of where the wiring loom needs to go. And then from there, I should hopefully reach everything. Well, you're obviously number 5. And again, I think, oh, that's where it mounts, I think. Directly to the head, maybe. Counting backwards here. 3. 4. And 5. That's all of them. And I guess, yeah, I see where they mount now. That mounts there. I was like, I took the throttle body off and I was like, how on earth would you like know to do that and to get to that connector, because it's literally upside down under the throttle body. Okay, that's this side done, minus the ECU. These, I've been told, to delete this silencer box can be done with a bit of electrical tape. Oh yeah, that is pretty accurate. Bit of electrical tape and some milk carton caps for ourselves, shall we? I'll do it out here, where I can get the tape around it properly. Now I feel like this is definitely going to be a bit questionable for the MOT, so I'm likely going to have to put the silencer on for the MOT, and then I can get a proper delete. Not that it would fail because of not having the silencer, just that, I don't know. I think if a tester saw that, they'd think, what the fuck? Just a bit too ghetto for an MOT. So, the only thing we've not managed to work out is this cat temp sensor. However, I've been told it will start without that, so let's put some coolant in. This is 5 litres, and it's going to absolutely drink it, apparently. I'm just giving it time to settle in between pours because I've opened a hole here in that coolant gallery that goes at the front, because apparently it lets air out of there as you fill it, and then I want to get it to just spill out. Oh! Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid design. Right, there we go. That is coolant done. I've made a big mess and spilt coolant all over the hot side of my, the cold side of my turbo. I'm sure that'll be fine. I've never heard it without the back boxes on. It's not started in 6 months. Ready? It kicked me back out then. It stopped itself. But nothing catastrophic happened.
No, it sounds good.
I'll try it again. I have got the other battery I can try. That sounds like it's got more. No. Should I try the other battery? No, we don't. I can bring the Clio in and connect the Clio up. So, as you guys know, it's not wanting to fire. However, I've just done the old brake cleaner in the intake trick, and it definitely felt different. It tried to kick. Plus a good charge from the Clio, because I've left it for a good bit. I think it tried. I'm going to try more brake cleaner, try and be quicker into the car, and just, it sounded different, it felt different. The car jutted more, like it had something to go with. Come on, boy, come on! Oh. It did something. As I say, I don't want to blow anything up. Battery's gone now, I think. Oh. Yeah.
Is that a new battery then?
Fresh. Never cranked. Oh yeah, a little drip. There was coolant ran down the turbo, so it could be from that. She runs! She runs away! Bad news, guys. So, we stayed to our promise, although you might notice by the change of clothes, it didn't happen from one long stint in the unit. I had to order some parts, and get a new battery and stuff, and I had work. So I had to go to work. But anyway, I came back after the weekend, we've chucked a new battery on, and with the help of some easy start, it did fire, it did run. Now, how long it ran for? Well, it started running away. We've then had other issues since then, so we're getting some chuffing out the injectors. We then had a coolant leak, and we then poured a lot of oil out of the exhaust, and it ran away. And there's oil all over the car, coming out the turbo. There's oil all in the intake pipe, so it's a crankcase breather issue. This crankcase breather here is spitting oil through into the intake system and through the turbo. Why it's doing that, I don't know. We even hydro-locked the engine with oil. So it's looking good in the sense of the car runs. It's not dead. The valves didn't hit the pistons, everything worked-ish. It's just having a serious issue with the crankcase breather, and it's spitting a lot of oil into the engine. A lot of oil. So I guess I'm going to go back and investigate that myself now. It's been a fun time. It's been a learning curve, a mission. And I think I've done relatively well for a guy who has no fucking clue. But if you have enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, stick around, like the videos, drop a comment. And I've got a playlist up there for you. showing the series for this 159. You know, we've had a video doing a couple of little cosmetic mods and the video buying the car. Once it's running, next one, it's time to get it through its MOT, and then we'll be on the road, and then we can get on to the really fun stuff. So, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.